Okay, so general stretching. We need rollers and we need ourselves. Yes, well done. Okay, awesome. So sitting on your mats, just legs stretched out in front, rocking from side to side on those seat bones. And then come down to a smaller and smaller movement, just shimmy your bum side to side. Put your hands on your legs there and just slide those hands forward down towards the ankles. And then sit yourself up tall. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, back and down. Put the hands on the floor behind your bum and just lift that chest up and push forward. And breathing in. On the out breath, hands on the legs, roll yourself down those legs and reach down towards those feet. Stretching through the backs of the legs. Stretching through that lower back, push the tailbone out behind. Push the lower back, the joint where your spine goes into your pelvis out. Push each vertebra one at a time out behind you, all the way up to your neck, taking your top of your head down towards the floor. And then slide your hands back towards your knees. Sit yourself up straighter. Pop those hands on the floor behind your bum and push that chest forward. Take the chin up to the sky. Push the bottom of your neck forward. Push your breastbone forward. Push those bottom ribs forward. Take a big breath in. Fill those lungs up with air. Push off those hands. Push those shoulders down and push forward onto that front bottom. And then take those hands forward onto the knees and round the back without rolling forward. And then take those hands behind you, about half a foot behind, and then push off those hands and stretch forward and really push those shoulder blades together and squeeze the muscles in between the shoulder blades and open that chest, really pull those breastbones out sideways. And then release and round. And then hands on the floor and open. And squeezing. And then come to rest in the middle. Put the left hand on the right knee, right hand behind. Lift and turn, looking over that right shoulder. And then come round to the front. Put the right hand on the left knee, left hand behind, and lift and turn the other way. And come back round in front. Put those hands on the legs. Slide them down towards those feet, soften the knees and pull yourself forwards. Pull yourself forward. Let those knees come up off the floor and push the right knee down a little bit. Push that left knee down a little. Push that right knee. Push that left knee. Push both knees down. And then release and sit yourself up straight. Grab your roller and pop it across behind you. We're just going to open our chest up. So just going to lean on the elbows on the roller, put that roller across the lower ribs, and then breathing in on the out breath, opening all the way over, taking that head down to the floor. You can have your knees bent if you want. Push the bottom of the ribs up to the sky. Lengthen that neck, just rock that head a little bit, and then pull the chin into the chest and lift yourself back up. Use the elbows and move the roller up the back a few inches. Take the head in the hands, breathing in. On the out breath, breathing out. Release the body over the roller and let yourself lay back flat on the floor or over the roller. Loosen that head and neck. Bring that chin up. Pop the elbows on the roller. Move it up the back a little bit. Breathing in, taking the head into the hands, breathing out. Let yourself release and lengthen over that roller. Push that chin away from the breastbone. Push those toes away from the breastbone. Release the head and let it rest on the floor. Take the hands over the head. Touch the fingertips on the floor and slide them away. Push them away. Reach those arms up straight over the head and feel the symmetry of your shoulders. Slide those fingers back. Take the hands behind the head, bring your heart up the head, and then move that roller one more time further up. Breathing in, and on the out breath, let yourself hang over that roller. Rest the head on the floor. Take those arms straight up into the sky. And then lower those arms straight over your head. Push the toes away from you. Breathing in. On the out breath, push those ribs up to the sky. Breathing in. Fill those lungs up with air. Stretch those ribs. Now reach that left hand away from the left foot. And reach that right hand away from the right foot. Just stretching over the roller. And then come back to center. Bring the hands back to the head. Lift up the head. And then bend the knees. And then lift the body up and rolling on that roller. Trying to stay in that concave position, in that arched position. All the way down to the bottom ribs, all the way up to the neck. All the way down to the bottom ribs, all the way up to the neck. All the way down over towards the left, just the left side of that spine. All the way up. All the way down, and then come over onto the right side. So I'm just going to the right of my spine, all the way up, all the way down. I've still got hold of my head, all the way up. And then I'm going to go all the way onto the right hand side, onto my side, all the way down, back up again. All the way into that armpit and just rocking forwards and back. So going into those muscles where the arm joins the shoulder. Just rock through there and then just rock forwards and back down the back edge of that shoulder blade. All the way down. Have a little bit of extra rocking at the base of that shoulder blade. And then down into those bottom ribs. And then all the way up, all the way down. All the way over onto the back again. Support your head if you need. Support that neck. Stay in the middle of your spine for a couple of rolls and just lengthen. Pushing the chest up high. Keeping the bum down low, keeping that head down low. Opening and arching, and then over onto that left-hand side. So make sure your head goes down to the floor. Yeah, so Emma, let your head go back, right back down to the floor. And then we go over onto that left-hand side, and through those ribs. Through those ribs, and then all the way through that armpit. All the way up. All the way down. Stay where the arm joins into the armpits and just rock forwards and backwards there a little bit. And then down the back of that shoulder blade, back of the armpit, the edge of the shoulder blade, through those lats. And then the bottom of the shoulder blade, forwards and back. Good, and then down through those bottom ribs. And then back over onto the back. And then all the way back onto the middle of the back. And then one more lengthening, pulling the head away from the tailbone, pushing that breastbone up to the sky. Rolling up, rolling down. Good, and then rest the bum on the floor, push off the elbows, and bring yourself up into sitting. Get that roller out of the way. And then sitting up, put the hands on the floor behind your bum. Push that chest up to the sky, push that body forwards. Pull the toes to your nose, push those toes away. Pull those toes to your nose, push those toes away. Pull the toes to your nose, take them to the right, take them to the left, take them to the right in a big circle. Take them to the left and take a big circle. Take them together, try and get the soles of the foot touching, and then take them apart. Take them together, take them apart. Relax your feet. Make sure they're both pointing up straight to the sky. Put them so they're pointing straight up to the sky. Make sure the knees are pointing straight to the sky and not rolling in. Now push off those hands and get that chest up. Good, open up that chest. Pushing that belly forward, pushing those ribs forwards and up. Push that chin away from pushing the head away from the hand. Pushing the chin out, dotting it out in front of it. Now pull that chin down towards your chest. Feel the stretch through that neck. Pull that chin down, pushing the top of the head up. Pushing those hands into the floor, keeping those shoulder blades together, squeeze them back. Turn the eyes to the right hand side of the mat and really pull that left ear away from that left shoulder. Keeping those eyes, try to keep the head vertical, but you're just pulling away from that ear, from that shoulder. And now you can bend on tilt the head. So you can lift the chin to the sky and the top of the head down to the floor, and you change where the stretch is. And then release the head, bring it back to the front. Push the top of the head away from the hands. Stretch through that neck, pull the chin into the chest. Turn the eyes to the left of that left leg, keeping the head kind of vertical, so it's not tilting. It's in line with the neck. Pushing that right shoulder away from that right ear. Really pushing. Right shoulder away from that right ear. And then lift that chin up and lift the top of the head down. So we tilt the head and we get more stretch through that neck. Really stretching through that neck. Lift that chin up a bit more. And then turn the head a little bit and release and bring that head back to center. Release that head. Bring the head up to eyes horizontal. Push off those hands. Rest on that middle bottom. Rolling those shoulders up to the ears, round and back. Bring those arms up to horizontal. Breathing in, breathing out. Glide forward over those feet. Come back to the center. Collapse the spine. Roll down to the floor. One vertebra at a time. Slowly down. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Slowly down, all the way down. Resting that head on the floor. Take the hands over the head. Push those fingers away from the toes. Push the right hand away from the right foot. Push the left hand away from the left foot. Push both hands away from both feet. Bring those hands all the way up to the sky. Bring the right knee into your body. Pull that in up towards that right armpit. Breathing in on the out breath. Pull that right knee over the body. Pushing it to the floor. Push that right hand away. Trying to get that right ear to the floor. Keeping that right shoulder on the floor, pushing that left leg straight and away from you. Nice and strong with that left leg. Strong, keeping that spine straight, pushing it away from the top of the head. Push that right hand away, push the right shoulder down, push the right hip away, push that right knee down. Breathing in. Breathing out, roll onto that left hand side. Take this right foot up behind you. Keep those knees low. And pull that right foot behind. Remember, keep the crutch, keep your pubic bone, your tummy button and your breastbone in a line, in a vertical line. Pull that knee behind you and then push that foot into the hand, letting that right shoulder relax and stretch. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in. Release the push and pull that leg further behind, pushing the hand and foot away from you behind you. Reaching back with that foot and that hand. And then release that leg. Roll onto your back. Pull that knee in towards your armpit again. Pull that knee in. Turn that leg. Take hold of the foot in the hand and bring the other leg up. Rest this right foot on the left thigh. Take hold of the left thigh. And pull it towards you. Use that right elbow and push that right knee away. Now push the right knee into the right elbow. In this position, trying to pull the knee up towards the head, but not allowing it to move. Breathing in. Breathing out, release the push and pull that foot closer and push that knee further. So we're rotating that thigh. And then release, let that left leg go out straight. Pull this right leg into you one more time. Pull that right leg over the body one more time. Push that right hand away from you one more time. Turn the eyes to the right. Pushing the right ear to the floor, right shoulder to the floor. Shoulder following hand, hip following knee. Reaching, stretching through those ribs and that lower back. And then rest back onto your back. Pull that right knee in, pull that left knee in. Both knees pulled in. Push the tailbone down to the floor. Release the tailbone and let that back lift. Push that right leg out straight. Lengthen that right leg away from the top of the head. Reach and stretch. Pull that left knee in towards your armpit. Take that left knee over your body. All the way down to the floor. Take that left hand away. Push that left shoulder to the ground. Take the left ear to the floor. Left knee to the ground. Left hip following left knee. Left shoulder following left hand. Stretching through those ribs. Stretching through that lower back. Breathing in on the out breath. Roll onto that right hand side. Support the head with the underneath arm. Take hold of this left foot in the left hand and let the knees stay level. Keep the tummy button, crutch and breastbone in a line. Pull that left knee back. Push that left foot into the left hand. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Pushing that foot into the hand. And release. Pull that leg further behind you. Trying to get that left hand and that left foot away from your body. Keeping the knee level, the left knee level with the left hip. Push that left foot and left hand away from the body so the left leg goes behind the straight line. And then release. Roll back onto your back. Pull that left knee up into your body. Pushing that right foot away. Turn that left leg, taking hold of the left foot. Bring the right leg in and rest the left foot on the right knee. Hold behind the right leg. Pull it towards, pushing with the elbow on that left knee. Pulling the right leg in, pushing the left knee away. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Pulling that left foot in. Now push that left knee against that left hand, that left elbow. Keep those shoulders relaxed, keep the torso lengthened, don't let the body twist. And then release that push and pull that left knee in further. Or right knee in further. Pull the right knee in with the left foot, pushing the left knee away. And then release. Push that right leg out straight. Pull that left knee in towards the armpit one more time, and then pull that left leg over the body one last time. Take the left knee to the floor, push that left hand away, push that left shoulder on the ground. Push that left knee down to the ground. Let the hip follow the knee, let the shoulder follow the hand. Left ear to the ground, eyes following that hand. And then release, pull that left knee in, pull that right knee in, hug those knees and lift the tailbone up. Release the tailbone, keeping hold of the knees and let that back arch. So the tailbone pushes into the floor, lower back arches. Pull the knees in, lift the tailbone up, lower back pushes into the floor. Release and let the tailbone go down and arch that lower back. Now put that lower back into neutral. So all the ribs are on the ground, top rib, middle rib, bottom rib. Pull those shoulders down, flatten that lower back, arch that lower back. Find the middle position where the pelvis is horizontal to the floor. Bend those knees. So the feet are, the knee is at 90 degrees. Extend that right leg out straight. Bring that right leg back in. Extend that left leg out straight. Bring that left leg back in. Draw in the core, squeezing like you're stopping yourself having a wee. Tap that right heel on the floor. Lift it back. Tap that left heel on the floor. Lift it back. Tap both heels onto the floor, keeping in neutral. lifting back up. And again, 3, and lift, and 2, and lift, and 1, and lift, keeping that core engagement. Take that foot, that right foot further away from the bum and bring it back. Take that left foot further away from the bum and bring it back. Take that right foot all the way out straight and bring it back. Take the left foot all the way out straight and bring it back. If you can keep the leg off the floor, that's great. Take the right foot out straight and bring it back. If you need the support of the floor, you can slide that foot out on the floor. Left foot out, bring it back. Hold on to the knees. Bring that nose up to the knees. Take those hands away so they're pointing away on the ground. Bring those arms all the way out to the floor, head on the floor, and then take those heels down to the ground and extend them out. Slide them on the floor to make it easier, or have them just off the ground. Bring those feet back in, bring those arms back up to the sky and scrunch back up. Come all the way into opening. Take those legs down, arms down, feet go away. Bring those feet back in, bring that body back into the scrunch. Take those arms all the way up to the sky, toes down to the floor, extend, straighten out, and then draw the feet back in, bring the arms back up and scrunch back up. One more time. Opening, toes down. Remember to keep the neutral spine, ribs are all on the ground, lower back slightly lifted. Bring those legs back in and scrunch yourself back up. Take those arms back down to the ground over the head. Take the toes back down to the ground, lengthen the body. Push those hands away from the feet, nice and long, and then bring those hands all the way up to the sky. Slide the fingers under the bum, push the elbows into the floor and come up into that fish pose. So come up so you rest onto the top of your head, push the elbows into the ground, lengthen the legs, resting on the elbows, a little weight on the top of the head and a lot of weight on the bottom. Pushing off those elbows, squeezing those shoulder blades together, filling those ribs up with air when you breathe in. And then breathe out and squeeze those shoulder blades together. Breathing in. Fill the lungs up with air and spread the ribs. Breathe out, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then relax down onto the ground. Bring the left knee in, bring the right knee in, hug the nose to the knees. And then take those legs out straight, remembering to keep that neutral spine. Toes can go on the floor, slide them out, but using that core. Push the elbows on the floor. Lift that chest up off the ground, pushing the elbows into the ground, back into the fish. Resting on the top of the head. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Fill those ribs up. Spread them, breathing out. Squeeze those shoulder blades together behind your back. Push the back of the head into the floor. And then release down onto the ground. Take the arms up to the sky, chin into the chest. And roll yourself all the way back up to sitting. Roll yourself all the way back up. Reach towards those toes. Breathing in. Breathing out. Sit up nice and tall. Left hand on right knee, right behind and turn. And then back to the front, right hand on left knee, left behind and turn the other way. Come back up to center, swing those legs around and come down or straight down onto your tummy. Straight down onto your tummy. So, forehead on the ground, arms down by your side. Now I was watching this exercise being done by some guys earlier on today, and they just don't do this right. You must engage that tummy. So, tops of the feet flat on the floor, top of the legs flat on the floor, tighten the thighs and tighten the bum. Push that pubic bone into the ground. Tighten your thighs so your legs lift off the ground. Now the crucial part is drawing that core, lift those belly muscles off the ground. So we're lifting this lower back ever so slightly. Release the belly, let that back flop down. As you let it flop down, you'll feel it potentially causing tension in the sacroiliac joint. Draw the tummy in and lift it up off the ground. So you might, if you've got a bit of belly, then that will be resting on the floor and that's fine, but your tummy muscles should be lifted off the ground. So if you poke in your belly, you feel them hard, you feel this lower back lifted. Pushing off your boobs and your ribs, resting on your pubic bone, not having the tummy button having any pressure on the ground. Forehead on the ground, roll those shoulders up to the ears, up to the sky and down. The torso stays still. Roll the shoulders up to the ears, up to the sky and down. Roll the shoulders up to the ears, up to the sky. Arms are pushing at a 45-degree angle, reaching down towards those feet, lengthening the neck. So you're pushing the top of the head away from the fingertips and away from the feet, keeping that tummy off the ground. Pulse those arms up into the sky for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold there. Lift that head up off the floor and the chest up, keeping the bottom ribs on the ground, belly off, pubic bone in. Pulse those arms up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower everything. Breathing in. On the out breath, roll the shoulders up to the ears, up to the sky. Lift up those arms, clench the bum, push the pubic bone in the floor, drawing the core, lift the belly off the ground, resting on the pubic bone and the bottom ribs. Pulse the arms up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lengthen those legs. So I've got my forehead just off the ground. Lengthen those legs and lift the left leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push those arms up. Lift the right leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push those arms down towards the feet. Well, they're at a 45-degree angle, but pushing them away from the body. Push the head away from the toes. Lift both legs up for 5, 4. The tummy does not move. 3, 2, 1. Hold. Lift those arms up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Breathing in. On the out breath, we're going to lift the arms and the legs, but the tummy stays lifted off the ground. So right now we're flopped on the floor. Breathing in. On the out breath, clench the bum, push the pubic bone in the ground, draw in the tummy, rest on those bottom ribs. Breathing out. Breathing in, roll the shoulders up to the ears. Lift the legs and the arms up off the floor. Foreheads up off the ground too. Pulsing the arms and legs for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that belly off the floor. Lifting the arms and legs for 5, 4. Lengthen the neck. 3, 2, 1, and release. Breathing in. On the out breath, lifting the arms and the upper body and the legs up, but keeping the belly off the ground. And release and lower. Breathe in. On the out breath, lift everything. Keep the belly off the ground and lower. And lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. It's a big clench of the bum. Lift. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Squeeze that bum. 2 more. Lift. And down. Lift. And down. What I'm often seeing in the relax down here, what I'm often seeing on these other online things is that the belly pushes in the floor and the lower back compresses. You mustn't let that happen. So bend the elbows, hands up by the top of the head, elbows on the ground, breathing in. On the out breath, lift the hand and forearms up and lower. Clench the bum, pubic bone in the floor. Draw the core in, lift the belly up. Hands and forearms up and lower. Hands and forearms up and lower. Hands and forearms up. Hold them there. Lift those arms into the sky. Touch that elbow down. Lift those arms up. Touch that elbow down. Lift those arms up. Touch the elbow down and release. Leave the left hand on the floor. Turn the eyes to the right. Put the right hand palm on the floor. Bring that right knee up. Lift the right side of the body up and stretch through that chest. Stretching the chest of the left shoulder. Push that left shoulder, that left elbow into the floor. Breathing in, breathing out. Release that left arm and push higher off the floor with the right hand and the right knee, stretching through the front of that left arm, left shoulder. And then release. Legs straight. Let the right arm slide away a bit. Lift the left side of the body using the left hand. Bring that left knee up. Eyes to the left. Push that right arm into the floor whilst in a position of stretch. So we lift it up. Lift the left side of the body up. Push that right arm into the floor. Breathing in, breathing out. Push the right arm in, pushing up off that left hand. Breathing in, breathing out. Lengthening that right arm away. And then release and come back onto the floor. Breathing in. On the out breath, clench the bum, push it in the ground, draw the pubic bone. Draw the belly off the floor, resting on those bottom ribs. Breathing out, roll the shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Bring those arms and forearms up. Bring the whole arm up into the sky. Touch those elbows down. Lift those arms up. Touch those elbows down. Lift those arms up. Push those arms straight ahead in front. Bring those arms back. Lift the upper body up off the floor. Eyes are looking straight down. Keep that belly raised, keep that bum clenched. Pulse those arms up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold them there. Now extend the upper body. So we're lifting that head and release. Lifting that chest and bending and release, like we're doing the cobra. Lifting and release, but we're not pushing the belly into the floor. Opening the chest and release. Arms come to the sky. And the back of the head comes up and release to straight, like we do on the Swiss ball. Lifting and releasing. Lifting and releasing. And then lower down to the ground. Put those hands a bit closer into the body, breathing in. On the out breath, push those forearms into the ground and lift that upper body up, drawing in the core. So we're in that cobra position. And then lower back down. Slide those hands down to the bottom ribs. Breathing in. On the out breath, roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Lift up to the bottom ribs, no further. So tummy's off the ground, opening that chest, lengthen those legs, clench that bum. Breathing in. On the out breath, push up onto that pubic bone, opening that chest. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. Breathing in. On the out breath, straighten those arms and come onto those knees. Breathing in, open that chest. Tighten those thighs and lift those knees off the ground. Now push the head away from the toes and that lifts the sling up a bit higher. Drop the knees to the floor, push the bum into the air and go back into child pose. All the way back into child pose. Reaching bum, shutting that hip joint down. Getting those ribs onto the thighs, push those hands forward, stretch through the armpits, walk the hands to the right hand side of the mat. Push that left hand hard away, look under that left shoulder if you can. Doesn't matter if you can't, turn the body if you can't, just stretching sideways. Come back to center, pull those fingers forwards on the mat. Walk those hands to the left hand side of the mat. Drop the bum out to the right a little bit, push through that right armpit. Really stretch down that right side. And then come back to center. Pull those fingers forward, push that tailbone away. Come back up onto all fours. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Middle fingers are parallel. Knees are resting under those hips. Lengthen the head away from the tailbone. Turn the tailbone to the ground and push the middle back up and take the eyes to the floor. Turn the tailbone to the sky, belly down. Top of the head comes up, reaching and lengthening. Turn that tailbone down to the ground, putting those knees apart while you're doing it, so you engage the glutes. Push that back up, eyes come down, keep those shoulders away from the ears. And then turn that tailbone up, push the belly down, bring those eyes up and lengthen. Bring that back into neutral, into that neutral position. Glide backwards, shut that hip joint down. Keeping that neutral spine. Pulling the knees apart, clench with the bum and lift yourself back up onto all fours. And then lower yourself back down into that hip, closing the hip. And pull those knees apart, engage those glutes and come back up onto all fours. Turn the left hand palm up, push it through under that right armpit, right through, looking under that right shoulder. Bring that left arm all the way up into the sky, open that chest, and then swing that arm all the way back through under that arm. And bring that arm all the way up into the sky. Really try to get that chest facing forward towards the left. And then bring that arm all the way through and under again. And then come back onto all fours. Turn that right hand palm up and push that through. Bring that right hand all the way up into the sky, turning the chest to the right, opening, keeping even weight on both knees. Push that hand all the way down through under the armpit. Breathing in, breathing out, push that arm all the way up into the sky, stretching through that lower back. And one more time through under the armpit. And then come back up onto all fours. Walk your hands forwards onto the mat. So the hands are at the front. Neutral spine, roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Take that right leg straight out behind you. And take that left leg straight out behind you. Turn the inside of the elbows forward and lengthen the top of the head away from the heels. Push forward on those toes, gliding forward, gliding back. For 5 and back. For 4 and back. For 3 and back. For 2 and back. Hold yourself here. Turn over onto your left hand side. Bring that right arm up into the sky. Good, look at you guys, excellent. Straighten the body, try not to push the hip up like this, try to keep yourself straight. Bring that right arm back to the floor. Turning back over, keep the hips down and turn over onto that right side. Bring that left arm up into the sky. Nice and long, nice and straight. Bring that left arm back down. And we just rock forwards and back. For 3. For 2. For 1. Good, drop the left knee, drop the right knee back into child pose. So remember our neutral spine position. Pelvis has to be in line with the spine. The bend is at the leg joints, keeping the tummies engaged so we're not dropping in that lower back. Come up onto all fours and walk the knees forward so we're sitting down on the mat. So maybe we'll do some planking, concentrating this week on stabilizing and straightening. So roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Pull the heels on the floor. So our legs come straight. Push the head away from the tailbone. Bring those hands up horizontal. Breathing in. And on the out breath, lowering slowly for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands over the head. Reach and stretch. Bring those arms back down by your side. Breathing in, slide the fingers under the thumb. Breathing out, push off those elbows and come up into that fish, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Push the chin away from the breastbone, push the breastbone away from the pubic bone. And then release. A neutral spine, roll those shoulders into the floor, push all those ribs down onto the ground. Flatten that lower back, arch that lower back. Find neutral, put your hands on your pubic bone and the edge of your hip if you need to. Keep that torso in that position. Clench the bum, bring that right leg straight up into the sky. And take it straight back down. Bring that left leg straight up into the sky. And bring it back down. Bring that right leg straight up. Bring the left leg straight up. Point those toes. Flex those feet. Point those toes. Flex those feet. Lower that right leg down. Point the right toes. Lift the right leg up. Flex the feet. Lower the left leg down. Point the left toe. Bring that left leg up. Flex those feet. Take those legs out wide, sideways. Use your hands if you want to stabilize. Keep those thighs towards you. Push the heels away. Point the toes. Pull the heels away. Point and flex the feet. Bring those legs back up together. Circles with those feet. Keep that torso still. Round to the surrounding circles with my legs. 3 circles one way. And then 3 circles the other way. Keep the torso still. The legs just provide a balance change. Keep those legs in the middle. Hands on your thighs. Reach up towards those feet and down for 5. And for 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Body back on the ground, roll those shoulders into the floor, pull those hands down towards where the feet would be. Sliding the arms down the floor. Neutral spine, legs in the air. And push those tailbones into the ground, slight lift off the lower back. Lower the legs to the floor, either together or individually. All the way down, keeping that torso absolutely as it is. Breathing in. On the out breath, fingers up to the sky, chin into the chest, roll yourself all the way up to sitting. Reach yourself all the way down towards those feet, soften the knees. Put your tummy onto your thighs, push that right leg down. Push that left leg down. Push both legs down. Sit yourself up nice and tall. Put that left hand on the right knee, right hand behind, lift and turn. Come back round to the front, put the right hand on the left knee, left hand behind, lift and turn. Come round to the front. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, pop your fists on the floor behind. Push those shoulders up, straighten those arms, lift that bum so it's light on the floor. Release those arms, slide them along the floor, all the way up into the sky. All the way around, dust the floor. All the way up into the sky, all the way around, dust the floor. All the way up into the sky, all the way around, dust the floor, and then leave them up in the sky this time. Push those fingers up, reach that body up tall, pull with your heels, so you stay on your front bottom, push those legs straight, push those hands to the sky, big breath in, lift your eyes up. Breathing out, rest your hands on your legs and roll your shoulders. Well done. Excellent. Good work. Lovely to see you all.